my lovely friends. Welcome to my online studio. I'm Kate, and this is a short tutorial about cat-cow for the spine. Okay, now cat and cow are two different positions. They are often used in conjunction with each other in the yoga practice, and sometimes in fitness practices and things like that too. Okay, so it's really good way to gently warm up the back if you're getting ready for doing any kind of back strengthening exercises, that kind of thing. If you're starting your yoga practice and you just want to get a bit of mobility into your spine, it's a really nice way to just warm up the spine slightly. Now you can do as many as feels good for you. You can do it for a minute or 5, or just do 2 rounds of cat and cow, whatever you feel, okay? So we're gonna you don't need anything for this tutorial. You can just roll out your mat and we'll get started right away. Coming on to all fours, my friends. You might want, if you do have sensitive wrists, you might want to take a moment and warm up your wrists, okay? Now, I will link you to a wrist warm-up here. And you may want, if you do have sensitive wrists, because we are going to be on the wrists for a couple of minutes, okay, just doing our cat-cow position. So if you do have a sensitive wrist or you feel any kind of pressure in your wrists as we do this, you might want to do some of the exercises in my wrist warm-up tutorial. Okay, so from here, my friends, bringing your hands down underneath your shoulders. Okay, so really making sure that your hands, your wrists, your elbows, and your shoulders are stacked, one on top of the other. Okay? And then from here, make sure that your knees are kind of directly underneath your hips, all right? And that your knees are about hips distance apart, okay? Now, to measure off a hips distance, it's usually, I don't want to say in every case, but usually we can measure that by bringing your fists together and then bringing your fists down between your knees. That's usually about the width of your hips, okay? So the width of the inner part of your pelvis, I should say. Okay? So make sure from here you've got that little sort of square box shape of your body. Yeah? So if I were to look at you from the side, you'd look like a little box. All right? Now from here, we want to keep a little bit of engagement through the hands. All right? And this just helps to also protect your wrists. Okay? So from here, we're going to spread the fingers a little bit wide. So you've got like little slices of pizza or little slices of cake between each of your fingers. Okay, so if you know my classes, you'll know that I like to say pizza slices in my classes, and that means little triangles between your fingers. Okay, so your fingers are a little bit spread. They don't need to be super wide, but little slices of cake between all of your fingers. Okay? And then from here, just gently grip the mat with your fingertips. Yeah, so your fingertips might go a little bit white as you grip the mat from here. And this is also just going to engage the back of your arm, the back of your forearm, to keep a little bit of protection going on through the wrists, okay? So we're not putting so much pressure onto that tiny little joint. All right? Now, the first move that we usually do is coinciding with the inhale breath, okay? So the inhale breath means that we're going to sink the belly down between the hands and the knees. Okay, so imagine that you're going to try to bring your belly button down towards the floor, as if somebody is just pulling on a thread that's coming out through your belly button, and you're sort of sinking your belly button down towards the floor. So you're going to tip your hips up towards the sky. And then from here, you're going to gently activate your shoulders by rolling your shoulder blades a little bit onto your back. They don't need to go too far. And then just gently look towards the front of your mat. You don't have to look up or anything like that, but just look towards the front of your mat. If it means that you can look at the wall in front of you or the room in front of you, then perfect. But only go as far as feels good in your neck. Okay, doesn't matter. All right, from here, really sink that belly down and actively imagine that you could engage your back muscles a little bit, okay? And what you can do from here, if you really want to activate your cow pose, because this is cow pose, you can squeeze your bum a little bit and imagine actively engaging through the glute muscles of your butt. Okay, so really grip the mat with your fingertips, sink your belly down, lightly squeeze your shoulder blades, and imagine activating all the way from your bum right up to between your shoulder blades. Yeah, so you're kind of squeezing your back muscles here, just a little, don't go crazy. As you exhale, we're going to round the spine. So you're going to tuck your tailbone under, push the floor away with your shoulders. So imagine here that you're going to bring the back of your heart up towards the sky. So tuck your tailbone under, press the floor away, back of your heart comes up, up, up towards the sky. And then you're really going to imagine that you're going to tuck your chin to your chest and try to look at your own belly button, yeah? So from here, this is cat pose. So think of a cat on Halloween, you know? Okay? This is what we're going for, all right? Now from here, you can imagine, if you want to, that you're going to activate your belly muscles, okay? So actively pull your tailbone in and try to imagine that you're going to tap your pubic bone against your forehead, okay? So imagine really engaging through the belly as you pull your pubic bone forward and your forehead towards your pubic bone, okay? So really just make sure that's okay for your neck. Go only as far as feels good for you, okay? With your next inhale breath, we're going to sink that belly down. Okay, so imagine that little thread coming off through your belly button, sinking down towards the floor. Lightly engage your shoulder blades. Keep gripping the mat with your fingertips. And then squeeze them lightly together, your shoulder blades, not your fingertips. And look softly towards the front of your mat or towards the front of the room. Maybe engage your bum a little bit, squeeze it, but try not to tuck your tail as you do that. Just engage your glutes a little bit. And then imagine that you're going to engage all of your back muscles right the way from your lower back through the middle of your back into the middle of your shoulder blades. Exhale, round your spine. Tuck your tailbone under. Push the floor away with your shoulders. So your shoulders come more towards the floor, yeah, as the back of your heart raises towards the sky. Your elbows stay super long and super extended, okay? Tuck your tailbone under as hard as you can. And this time you might want to engage your bum even harder so you can push your tailbone forwards even harder. And then look towards your tailbone. Okay? And imagine here that you're going to actively bring your pubic bone towards your forehead. Engage your belly. Engage your bum. Good job. With your next inhale, come on through. Sinking belly down, squeezing shoulder blades lightly. Look towards the front of your mat or maybe towards the front of your room. Lightly shoulder blades engage. Lightly butt engages. Engage your back and grip the mat with your fingertips. Exhale, round your spine, tuck your tailbone under, press the floor away, use your core, and look at your belly button. Inhaling, coming back through. We're going to do this a few more times just to really get the hang of it. So squeeze your belly down towards the floor, squeeze your shoulder blades lightly together, maybe engage your butt a little bit, but try not to tuck your tail. So you're just kind of squeezing your bum muscles, and at the same time, sticking your hips up towards the sky. Exhale, round your spine, tuck your tailbone under, press the floor away, look at your belly button, pull your pubic bone towards your forehead, engage your core. Inhale, sink it back through, actively grip with your fingertips, squeeze shoulder blades lightly, keep your elbows extended, maybe squeeze your bum, squeeze your back. Exhale, round your spine, press the floor away, tuck your tailbone under and look at your belly button. Engage your core. Inhale, sink it back down, squeeze your back muscles, lightly engage your butt muscles, keep your elbows long. Exhale, round, press, squeeze, use your core, grip the mat, fingertips. Inhaling, coming back through, squeeze your back muscles, stick your butt towards the sky, squeeze your butt a little bit. Exhale, round your spine, press the floor away, tuck your tailbone under, look at your belly button. And then inhale, come back to a neutral spine. Well done, my friends. Sit back on your heels and take a moment just to shake out your wrists. Well done. Okay, so as you can see, we kept that cat-cow pretty active, all right? And sometimes as you flow through a vinyasa class especially, you might find that the cat-cows are quite quick, yeah? And so you might want to find some kind of level of engagement that works for your body, okay? So you don't always have to go that slowly and you don't always have to move that mindfully, but if you are starting your yoga journey, it is a really good idea to have a very good foundational knowledge of these kind of very basic poses and these very simple movements that we do in a vinyasa class, just so that you know what to engage when, so that you can not engage it if you want to. Do you know what I mean? I hope that makes sense. So take your time, find your cat-cow that works for your body. You don't have to go deep, you don't have to go, as far as others in the class. Your body is your own best teacher, okay? So you only listen to you, okay? You are the one who knows what to do. To quote Dr. Seuss, you're the guy who knows where to go. Okay, I'll stop being dorky. All right, thank you so much for joining me, my friends, and I look forward to seeing you again on the mat. I hope you enjoyed this short tutorial. And yeah, see you soon. Take care. Bye.